This week, I read two articles that really disturbed me. The first one was about a 6-year-old boy who didn't get his vaccinations because his parents didn't believe in getting them. And then he fell down in school and got a cut, and the bacteria made its way into his cut. Now, when he got home, he had irregular breathing because he had tetanus from the bacteria. But his parents didn't know, so they called an ambulance. And the hospital, they were like, oh, this is such a severe case of tetanus that they had to call an air ambulance for it. Because back in the 1950s, when everyone was getting tetanus and polio and everything, they didn't have vaccinations, and that's why they got them. But now that there's the option of vaccinations, no one gets these anymore. But because the parents didn't get the 6-year-old his vaccinations, that's why he got it. And when he went to the hospital, it cost over $800,000, unincluding the air ambulance, and even then, it took about 5 months before he fully recovered and was back to his normal state. In the second story, this is about a baby boy born in India. Now, in Tamil Nadu, it's very normal. It's called infanticide, where you kill a baby that you don't want. With girl children, they'll kill them as soon as they're born. But with boy children, they may kill them, I'm not sure, but normally they throw them out into the streets or in the sewer. And that's where this baby boy was found. Now, because of a poor woman, but educated, who lived on the same street, she found him, and right after he was born, because he still had the umbilical cord attached to him, she took him to the hospital, and there he was recovered, and now, this August, he'll be 1 year old, all thanks to that woman. They named him Freedom because he was born on August 15th, which was the day that India got their freedom. Several years ago, Chief Minister Jayalalithaa came up with a scheme called the Cradle Baby Scheme. This was if you didn't want to have a child, instead of killing them or throwing them out into the streets, you instead gave them to the government where they would take care of them. Now, both of these stories had very happy endings for these two children, but how many stories where children are in danger like this actually do have happy endings? What I'm trying to say is that everyone should be educated, particularly women, if they're stay-at-home or just children, because in the first story, they were educated, but they didn't want to give their child vaccinations, which I understand having beliefs in not wanting to get shots for your children, but in vaccinations, it's different because you can literally die from it. And then this woman, because she was educated enough, she took the child to the hospital. And if women aren't educated or girls aren't educated, they'll be seen as useless, just like the children that are killed, those girl children. So that's the moral of the story, to be educated properly.